All right, guys, welcome to No Crime, No Time. We're going to do a tarot card reading for those of you that are interested in doing that with me for the Steve Avery case. Let's see here if we're live yet. I got to grab something. We'll get rolling in 2 minutes, 2 seconds. You guys excited about doing the read with me? Definitely gonna be interesting, being as we did the read on November 8th. We had the forward movement tangible. Okay, let me get on camera here. Let me see, I can turn this. We'll turn it back. Okay, so just real quick before we switch over. Whoa, I'm glad I'm not on camera. My hair is doing some crazy stuff. Anyway, we did have that on November 8th. Hey, Anna, good to see you, lovely. November 8th, we did the tarot reading, and we were shown that there was forward movement, tangible, that everybody would be able to see in the case that would be coming very shortly. And the very next day, on 11/9 of 2020, the courts showed that the appellate court had something pending. So there, the cards read right and were true. And then the next reading we did was a little bit later, a few weeks later. It showed a lot of behind the scenes meetings, very important meetings with influential people. And then we got the tweet from Kathleen Zellner within, I think it was 5-6 days, that she had indeed, for the second time ever, met with Stephen Avery face to face. So now the cards have revealed in the past that there is forward movement in this case, in the Steve Avery case, and that it looks, the cards keep kind of showing me that somebody may have come forward. Now, they do indeed show that somebody is pondering the concept for sure, like it's in their thought process of coming forward. And it was interesting because when I went to grab a thumbnail for the video, there was a little black box and it had Kathleen's picture, and it was too small for me to read it, but I went ahead and clicked it. And I'm going to use it because for this video, because it says somebody knows something. Is it you? And it was interesting because I felt like somebody has come forward in the case, or they're about to. So with that, my lovelies, this is my blueprint. It is the medicine wheel combined with astrology, numerology. When I say numerology, it's the 369 Tesla numerology that I'm basing it on. It's also based on medicine wheel, astrology, tarot, oracle, and that's about it. It's just an intertwined way. But I love this map. It doesn't leave me to interpret the cards as freely as some of the other people that read, because it gives us who is communicating what. So I'm going to turn the camera now. Let me grab a drink real quick. I'm going to turn the camera onto the board, and we are going to do an update read for Stephen Avery case. And I thank you so much if you've joined me. My nose is itching. Archangel Michael, please join us as we go forward and do this tarot card reading. Please hold my hand and guide me through the tarot, and only reveal the most important messages for those that are listening and for those that have an interest in this case, and only for the highest good of all those involved. We do appreciate your angelic guidance as we move forward. And thank you for all the blessings and kindness and protection of Stephen and the truthers as we do our work. Amen. All right, my lovelies. Let's get this camera set up, and then we're going to break out the tarot. Okay, let's see. Let me get the other camera on board, because I can't see you guys when I'm talking to you that way. Let's see. We'll try to get the biggest amount of the picture that we can, which means I've got to pull way back. I still will show you the cards. I feel like we don't need that much of the table. Like, you don't need to see the microphone. But I want you to see as much of the poster as we can. How's that? Pretty good? I think so. All right, lovelies. So with the 1111 Tarot, one of the things I like to do is I work with, here, let's see, I'm still in the picture and I don't really care to be. Let's see if I can switch it. There, that's a little better. Okay. So I always start all of my readings out with Great Spirit, Great Source, our divine, our creator, as the center of my spread, because I feel that that should be the center of our universe. Now you may disagree, but in this reading, this is how I do it, and it allows me to walk in the proper alignment with the highest good for all those involved. And what do we have? True love. This love is once in a lifetime. So truth is coming out. It is about our passion. I feel like that little saying is in the way of seeing the cards. So we're going to pull it down a little bit while we do the reading, okay? That way you get full view of the card. So it says right there that true love. Now, this card is a 30, which means 3 times is the charm. When I see 30, it always tells me that it's a completed cycle, but it's the 3rd time around. And in that sense, it is, because if you think about it, we had the first trial in 2005. I'm sorry. We had the first trial in 1985. He was found guilty, I believe. Like, I'm drawing a total blank. But anyway, the first trial of Stephen Avery, where he was wrongfully convicted, was the first process, and that'd be a 10. And that was a completed cycle in 2005 when he was released, or 2003 when he was released. In 2005, he got rearrested, and by 2006, Stephen was reconvicted again, wrongfully again, and now that cycle seems to be complete. And I would almost say that this 30 right up here could suggest a new cycle, which could mean evidentiary hearing. Now, let's go along the outside of this on Stephen's case. I see music in this card, which usually means harmony. It is, I think it's like the truthers in love with the fact that Stephen hasn't changed his story. You know, he's remained honest through the entire thing. And that's been why we know that, you know, one of the reasons we know that he is innocent is that he remains truthful. In the East here, in the air, this is what is thinking and being created and inspirations. And so this may not be occurring in the 3D yet, but it is coming from the East where the sun rises. We have the Explorer. We got this, and you saw me shuffle this deck. I will do it again, but we did get the Explorer on the last video where I did an energy read for the group. The Explorer is all about coming true to the truth. Okay, some cards have fallen out. We have exactly the amount of cards we need for this position. So what's being talked about in the 5D and thought about, and the inspirations are very passionate, are going to put us to our true north. That's what the compass is. So this is very similar to the Justice card. It's where the third eye opens up. I don't know. There it is. You can see it. Third eye opens up and the greater good is served. Okay. Now let's go ahead. We've got the South Node, which is more of what's starting to manifest in the 3D. It's all based on trial and error and so forth. The Weaver. So we're all weavers of our own destiny, and this is a cycle where the snake is eating its own tail. And as you see, the Weaver is being shown through the moon. So whoever has weaved this case in the way that it has is going to be exposed, because the sword is showing the truth. Swords are all about words of truth. But the sword is down, which doesn't mean that it's being spoken yet, but it does mean that words are going to come forward. Hello, Anna Lovely. In our ancestors' position, which is here, our west, the fire sign, it says get creative. It's got this beautiful lotus flower, a butterfly, and the wings, which always mean messages to me. And so there is messages and communication coming forward of a brand new start. And that is being manifested currently. So behind the scenes, I do see messages. I do see a new start. And that is what I've been seeing all along. In the North Node, I kid you not, we got this in the last time that we did this. And it was just the video before this. I shuffled the deck very sternly. And we still got fate as our North Node, which is our water, our spiritual success. It's where the divine co-creates with us. And it is the fate. It's the egg. It's the brand new beginning that I keep seeing in this case. And as I said before, it screams to me evidentiary hearing. So the divine is aligned with our higher purpose. Obviously, we have true love in the center as a message from the universe that we are truly loved. We are deeply, truly loved. Now, let's see where we are in this particular cycle. I'm going to use the Moonology cards. Now, these cards here, these black ones with this copper look, are Threads of Fate. And that's the Rose edition. And then the middle card is Whispers of Love Oracle. Now, what I'm using, like I said, this is the Moonology Oracle deck, and it's going to give me where we are in our cycle. Let's cut that deck. Okay, where we are currently in the cycle is nothing is yet set in stone, mutable moon. So there is some changes going on, some serious changes. You can see the tides are up. There's a storm on the sea, but yet it's clear. So it's just a lot of churning. It's not sorted out yet. There are many things that are being brought to the surface is the best way. That's what I was just given. And where we're going, emotions are running high. Super moon. A super moon highly illuminates anything because it's so bright. Now, on Teresa Halbach's disappearance of October 31st, we had a new moon, which means no light. But yet, 15 years later, we're getting a super moon, which is all about showing all of the dark, dark crevices of the case. Let's break out the tarot, kids. Let's see how we're doing here. Here we go. Here we go. We're going to give it a couple more shuffles just to get our energy in there about Stephen Avery's case. After this, if you're interested, you can follow me to the next live. We're going to start that in a little bit. And that will be on Brendan Dassey's case to see if there's anything changing in that. Okay, we just got a whole bunch of cards. We're going to put them in place. We'll go like this. And we're going to go ahead and get the rest of the cards on the spread. And you're so sweet to stay with me. Lovely. Let me peek. I'll see what's going on top side. Yeah, we've had about 25 people. Nobody's talking. Nobody ever talks during tarot. It's all like they're just watching. And that's fine. I appreciate the company. I really do. I would do this whether or not I was online or not, because I feel the need to find out what exactly is going on in Stephen's case. So the divine is going to give us an understanding of movement in the Avery case. And it also helps that we have the 1111 wheel of life here to guide us through. Actually, these came out first. We'll move this over, put that there. And we'll straighten up our little mess here in just a minute, and then we'll begin the reading. Okay, we got a few more cards. We've got an extra card for the ending, which we'll put right there, and we'll see why we got an extra card. We'll just straighten these up and get them in their placement. So, how's everybody doing lately? Okay, so we're going to clarify this position of the explorer right here that's been given to us from the collective, which is the collective mind of our truthers, as well as the 5D thoughts that we have. And we are explorers. We are the ones that navigate to the true north. And we use our third eye, which is listening to our gut, basically our intuition on cases like I just know something or I just feel something. And so we are the explorers. And so what is it that the divine wants to communicate? Now, in the position of illumination, which is being shown to us very soon, is that this is what I call my bridesmaid card. And it means that there's going to be a little bit of mild push and pull, tug of war, and someone's going to be the center of attention. So this very well could be because male and female energy is interchangeable in the tarot. The bridesmaid card is these bridesmaids around the bride. Well, in this case, being that Stephen would be the center of the case, I see this as him. So there is a lot of activity around him. In clarity, we have the Three of Cups, which is rejoicing, and it's a support system rejoicing. So there is something that's coming our way that we are going to be very happy about. This can also, in another layer, as if, tarot is taken in many layers. The other side to this is the clarity is that we're going to see that there may have been 3 parties to this crime. Possible. In wisdom, interesting enough, we have the moon again, and it's only a half moon. You do see justice with the light and the dark, and it's what's not being revealed, and we know that. In our wisdom, we know there is a lot of hidden information that will be coming forward, and it will be revealed. And we are going to clarify that before we leave today to see when it's going to be revealed. All right, let's move over into what's currently being manifested in the 3D and beginning. So we have this Two of Wands, and there is a decision that will be required. It's going to be a big, big decision. And again, she holds that moon over her hand, which is, do I or I don't reveal? Do I or don't reveal? So that could be, it's in the love position. Somebody might be waiting to find out if there's an evidentiary hearing before they come forward. Just saying. There is some decision being made here, and it's huge. It is a decision of passion, too. In trust, we have 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups is when you've placed your wish. And in trust, this is saying, truthers, you're going to get your wish. It's right here. I can't make this up. It's right in the trust position on the board, which is Taurus. It's the second house. And when you look at the second house, it's about material world, the concept of value. It's about personal finances. And so when you get Taurus, it's a fixed sign. It's guaranteed. And it's material. And it's being manifested very shortly. It will happen in the summer. So that might be when we get our evidentiary hearing, is the summer. Ace of Swords is in our growth. So there is growth in the case, and this is the sword of truth. It's about clarity. The Ace of Swords speaks all about clearing out the hidden misconceptions or lies, and it's all about showing that beautiful new beginning that is behind her sword shining through. Now it's interesting that the Two of Wands, the 9 of Cups, and the Ace of Swords qualifies the Weaver card, which I said was all about this possible manipulation of the cases it was weaved. And we have the Two of Wands, the 9 of Cups, Ace of Swords. So it does appear that whoever was behind this mastermind may be revealed, because there's definitely clarity coming. Let's go ahead and jump up to the top. This is what's happening now, currently. So this is all that I revealed is coming towards the position of the case. Now we're going to qualify what this Get Creative message is. In introspection, which is our 9th house. And when you look at the 9th house, it's about travel, higher education, philosophy, looking deep within ourselves, right? We have the Hermit, following your intuition. There is definitely someone that is being spiritually guided in this case that is going to affect this case. They have the divine behind them. They're getting creative. They're really thinking about how they can change this case to come out a little better. So there is going to be definitely some decisions being made. In Dream, which is Leo, our 5th house, we have the Eternal Child. I think of Brendan then. Creativity, imagination, perspective, our outlook. It's how you see yourself, right? It's how the case is being seen. The way it's being viewed is that we're allowing the divine to come in, 4 of Swords, and work with us, because we've put all our cards on the table, no pun intended. Now we're resting and we're trusting with our faith. Because this is the have faith, let it happen card. That's my have faith, let it happen. And it's in our physical world right here. In the experience that we've had in this case, in the material world, Sun, we know we're going to win. Look at that. It looked pretty dark where the sun hasn't hit yet. But our experience tells us this is a beautiful card. It's a 19, which when you reduce that, it's the 1 plus the 9 is a 10. It's a 10 to 1. It's a completed cycle with a brand new beginning. And look at the sun shining. So our experience tells us this is going to happen. The chariot's in the background of the sun, which is divine victory. Absolutely. Now, that clarifies our creative position, which is with our ancestors and what do they know. It's also, think about it, the explorer is coming from Eric Cozy because he's in the 5D now, right? This is where the angels speak to us. And he was. He is an angel. Spiritual success, we're qualifying fate. Knight of Coins. Now, the Knight of Coins is slow as molasses on a cold winter day to come in. But they always finish the race victorious. Always. The only knight in the deck that wins. Where do we have it? In cleansing. We're about to cleanse the judicial system properly with this Knight of Coins. That shows victory is on the table. In renewal, 4 of Coins, holding on. Now you can look at this in two ways. You can hold on forever and never win in life. Or you can march forward and continue and not wait, but be persistent. No, you can't focus on it every day, but you can definitely focus on it when the time is right to make it pertinent, make it important when we speak about this case, to celebrate the moments, celebrate the small milestones, because that puts us in alignment with the universe to reflect beauty. So renewal, reason to hold on to this and not let this case go. Impurity, strength again. We got this in the other reading that I just did on the overall collective of the truthers. This is all about taming the beast. The beast in this case is the corruption. It is. And that corruption is laying down. And justice sits on its back. And the crown chakra is there. And justice is being served. And it will be served. There's no doubt in my mind. I see in 2021, huge, beautiful. Look at this, King of Wands, passionate. This is somebody that knows their worth. Like I said, male or female is interchangeable in the tarot. This could very well be this passionate King of Wands. Could very well be Zellner in her day in court. Because the king is somebody that's on the throne, on the hot seat. They're the focus of everything. It's exquisite. All right, let's get a couple clarifiers here. Let's put this deck away. We're going to grab that little famous baby tarot. And we'll throw down some qualifiers. And then we'll wrap this up. Now, if you are interested in learning tarot and you don't want to pay for it, on the 19th, and I think it runs 5 days, I am teaching tarot free to everybody. Absolutely 1000% free. You don't pay for nothing. I do sell merchandise. You can check the link out when it's time on there, and you can buy things like you'll be able to buy this. You'll be able to purchase the 1111 Wheel of Life that I'm using for this spread. You'll be able to purchase some tarot cards. But otherwise, just learning tarot, you will be given a PDF free of charge. You can download it. It's got the tarot cards right there for you so that if you don't have tarot, you can still join in. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's live, interactive course. And you can check out our Facebook, and that will give you the details of how to get to me for that course. It will be on Facebook, just so you know. All right, my lovelies, the baby tarot. Here we go. So, qualifying this 5 of Wands, which I see as the bridesmaid card with the bride in the middle, where there's a tug of war being shown to us in the illumination. We're qualifying it with the reverse of the 3 of Pentacles, which means there's somebody not wanting to work together. Somebody is resisting the opportunity to work with us. Well, you know that is going to be the prosecution, obviously. We've seen that all along. It could be actually Angela Suckowitz. Or Suck this. I can't remember how to say her name. All right. Interesting. The Three of Cups, which is our clarity, which is our victorious, work together, the soul tribes working together, being a reason to celebrate. We got the divine card of the Chariot. Now, this card is number 7 in the deck, and that means change. 7 is change. And this is the victory card. This is, you will be successful. The divine is guiding this chariot. And so we can celebrate our faith in that. All right, let's go ahead and clarify this moon card. Whoa, the deck did something weird. It kind of stuck to my hand funny. All right, we've got the Knight of Wands, which, in and out energy. Somebody is, maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. They're thinking about it. They can't lock in. They're passionate about it. There's no doubt. But one day they're like, yes, it's the right thing to do. The next day they're like, it's not going to do any good, right? Qualifying the Two of Wands, we got that holding on. Somebody is holding on to something, not wanting to make a judgment call. Like I said, it's got to be the prosecution, or it's the person that's trying to come forward is really fighting whether they should do it or not. Maybe they'll get this message and just do it. Wish fulfillment, which is in our trust. I love it. We got the Four of Wands. This I told you, because you've already got the Four of Wands up here in your perception. It's just a different deck of cards. Four of Wands is all about, like I said, allowing your faith to work, the divine to do the job. You've already done the work. It's time to rest with the Four of Swords and let the divine do the job. Do you rest on your laurels? No. Get out there and tweak the hell out of everything you can about Brendan and Stephen. Keep pushing. But it's coming in because it's over the wish fulfillment, which is the Nine of Cups. In your growth, which you had the Ace of Swords, I've just flipped over the Knave of Swords. I'm gonna go ahead and shake it up a little bit. Knave of Swords is a small possibility. Let's see what the divine gave us. Temperance, Archangel Michael's card. This is Archangel Michael tempering the cups. He is working with this person. This angel, Archangel Michael, is working with this individual to get them to have the strength, literally, to get over their fear. And that's why we have the strength card here. Yeah, that's why we have it. And I want to say we have it. Yeah, we have it in our purity. So the person coming forward is holding on to fear, and the divine is guaranteeing their strength. And look, they are only focused with the Four of Cups. That's another 4. And when you have the Four of Swords, that's 44, which is basically 11, 11, 11, 11. On the 1111 wheel of tarot, or 1111 wheel of life on 1111 tarot. I love 1111 because it means divine. So you've got this where this person is focused in solely on this decision, and that's all they see. And they went within, and the divine has them in the hermit, in introspection, really looking at this. And Archangel Michael is working on this individual, giving them strength daily to have them come forward. Yep, King of Cups. It's somebody that has buried their emotion very deeply within. They are in control of their emotion, but they're resting and they're really looking at it. In the Sun position, clarify this. This is in our experience. Sun's the happiest card in the deck, so we know we're going to win. Oh, we got a lot of cards came out. So we're going to take the one that flipped up right. The Sun, it's 8 of Pentacles. It's mastering something. So I do feel this case is going to be mastered. We have mastered this case. And that could possibly be meaning that we want to master our happiness too. Look at this, Knight of Coins. I told you he would be victorious in the case. It's qualified by the Ten of Cups, wish fulfillment. So down here, you've got the 4, and this is in our trust position. You've got the 9 of Cups and the 4 of Swords. 9 of Cups is putting your wish out to the universe, trusting that it'll come true. And then you've got the 4 of Swords, letting the divine fill our wishes and using our faith to guide us. And then in our clarity, up here, which is our cleansing position, the Knight of Coins. I told you, he's the only knight in the deck that follows through and is always victorious and wins a race. And we got 10 of Cups. A guaranteed win. There's no doubt. Let's qualify this 4 of Coins in the renewal position. What is being held on to? I think they're going to release their fears. Or maybe somebody scared them even more. We're going to see. Holy shit. I get it every time I do this case. It's something about that damn stump on Cuss Road. Ace of Wands. In this little mini deck, I get this stump every damn time. And it's on Cuss Road. It's the exact stump on this card that I see on Cuss Road. And somebody's holding on to that information. Why? I don't know. But that stump might just symbolize Cuss Road. But they're holding on to the information. They know something about Cuss Road. Because that's my Cuss Road card. And yeah, they are. They have this. They're being given the strength in purity. Which I said is taming their fears. And that's also justice sitting on the back of corruption. And 9 of Wands. Somebody's protecting. Somebody is being very, very protective of this information. But it is a giant new beginning. A leap of faith that is just going to sail us forward. I want to qualify 3 cards for this true love in the morning. I said it in the morning. I mean in the middle. I shit you not. Right in the middle with the divine, we have the justice upright. And I called for the card. Yep, justice in the upright. I give you my word, the divine will stand by you. 2021, 33 years. Yep, it's happening. Here we go. Oh, wow. The Hermit in reverse. This is important. This is somebody that finally is coming out with the truth. They're not going to keep it behind closed doors. And we have the Knave of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so I feel like the Hermit in reverse is also like Stephen getting released from that hermit position where you're locked up, because we got the Knave of Pentacles in reverse, which is, hold on. I know, I'm a terribly loud drinker. That Knave of Pentacles tells me that there's something material that was being held on to, that is no longer being held on to. And they're coming out. So somebody is coming forward. There's no way around it. Let's get this, nothing is yet set in stone. Give me a card, please. It came out in the Sword. Yeah, it came out Ace of Swords in reverse, which, this is clarity. Nothing yet set in stone. Somebody is not being clear. Somebody is not being clear. Explain further, please. This King of Pentacles, remember, he's in every spread. He's the one holding it up. He's the judge, maybe. He's got the crown on the top. See the crown? This Knight of Pentacles is what's holding it up. Who is this Knight of Pentacles? Please clarify. One more card. One more card about the King of Pentacles. Oh, we got 2 more. And I think something flipped, too. Yep, the one making the decision. And he's got his sword down with the Knave. He's not talking yet, but it's not set in stone. Was there anything that was flipped in the deck? Yes, death. There's huge change. He may have actually died. That might be the change, because we have death card. Or it could be that he is changing his old ways of keeping this quiet. And actually, death means brand new beginning. I see evidentiary hearing. Anyway, I look at this. Yeah, emotions are running high. Hangman, we're going to get a whole new perspective of this case. It's coming in. We're getting something. Something changes our whole perspective. Yep, it's divinely aligned. I told you, 4 of Wands. This is divinely. This is the 1111 card. See the 4 Wands? Aligned perfectly parallel to each other, 2 on each side, 11, 11. And I do 1111 tarot. This is the 1111 Wheel of Life. And that's what we have. It's divinely aligned. On the bottom, we have reunion, 6 of Cups. Don't let your past hold you back. And it's reunion, homecoming. Guarantee you. Love it! All right, my lovely. And it looks like you're the only one that stayed with me here that was willing to get on chat. That's okay. I don't care if I'm by myself. I really don't, because I know that justice is coming in. I have faith for us all. And Anna, you're a beautiful human being. I love you, lovely. I know there's a lot of secret supporters. I love them too. I appreciate all of you. All right. We're going to throw down 2 blessing cards. Well, actually, we're going to do 4. We're going to grab 4 blessing cards. We're going to put them on. Well, we'll start here in the east where the sun rises. This is the 5D collective. What does the 5D want to give us as a message? Whoa, I guess we got our 4 cards. Ancestors, generation, the explorer. See? Ancestors. 5D is telling us justice is getting restored. There'll be ancestral healing. And that's what you're doing. You're standing up for the truth. And that's what it's going to be healing generations. It says generations right on it. Bringing home Stephen would heal generations. Okay, the Weaver. Let's clarify. Love, compassion. Weave love. Weave compassion. Bring it into the case. Get creative, clarified by the blessing. Oh, there it is. Desert Vision Quest. So we definitely have to keep on the quest. We have to think forward thinking. And you have to trust the divine and fate. Final card of the reading. Breach. Well, it's going to be huge when it surfaces. It's going to come out and it's in our north node. It qualifies. Our north node is what is divinely aligned on our path. And it is qualifying the fate card. Breach. I can't make it up. It's happening. We're getting either an evidentiary hearing or Stephen's coming home. Something's happening. It's breaching. There is something in the summer that is definitely going to just blow our minds. This summer is going to be a huge, huge deal in this case. I absolutely sense that we're going to have an evidentiary hearing. I really, really do. Well, there's my lovely Luna. Is it possible to do a reading about Teresa Halbach? I'm also loving the raising and thank you. Sorry, the reading. Okay. Very good. Yeah, this is an incredible reading. I prefer not to do readings on passed away people. And if they're not passed away, I've done that kind of in the past, and I'm just uncomfortable. I can't explain it. My gut tells me it's best to focus on the energy that we want to feed, which is we want to feed Stephen and Brendan with hope. And so personally for me, I'm going to focus on Stephen and Brendan. My lovelies, guess what? We're going to jump off here for a little bit. I want you to take a half-hour break. Get some lunch or breakfast, whatever you personally want to do. Let me turn this camera so I can see you again. Whew. Okay. All right. Let's see what's going on here so I can see you. No problem ever, Luna. I love you. I love you. What's going on? I hate my hair. Okay. Anyway. For those of you that want to continue, I do want to do a reading for Brendan. I say let's do a reading for Brendan right at noon. Would that work for you guys? Maybe catch an early lunch. It's noon, but it's actually U.S. Central Time, just so you know. And that'll give me a time to hook up this part 2 as a link on the other video and get things set up, put away my cards, put all my toys away. But I do want to tell you, thank you so much for every single truther. Even if you have personality differences amongst yourself, I could care less. Every one of you has contributed to this. The way I look at it is that if it wasn't for every single one of you, we wouldn't be as far in this case as we are. Stephen would have been long ago forgotten. Brendan, long ago forgotten. And we're going to bring them home. We're going to have, I guarantee you, we've got celebration and the chariot. And that's on our clarity coming. It says spring. So I do see the spring getting a lot of clarity, which is January, February, March, and April. Possibly as late as May. I feel it's going to be much more around the time possibly Marchish. We're going to see something very clear coming up by February 21st. Either Kathleen's going to tweet something that we're like, oh, that gives us hope, or we're going to see something in the case move on the appellate court. Whatever it is, it's coming by February 21st. Today is January 13th, 2021. I haven't been wrong yet because I trust the divine. And I'm just an instrument. I'm just a messenger. The divine gives me the message. And I had to get over my ego because I was like, well, what if I'm wrong? Well, I'm not the one giving them. I'm not the one speaking it, really. I mean, I'm just giving a message. And the divine is never wrong. The cards don't lie. So what are y'all having for lunch, Anna? I'm coming up on topside now. So if you're not into, idle chit-chat about the case and such, you may want to jump off. But I'm going to visit everybody just for a little bit before we take off. We're going to take a lunch break. We'll come back in for Brendan Dassey's read, which, I miss him. Like, I know that sounds so strange. But you get so close to what you perceive the energy is when you're doing this case that you feel like you know the individual. And we haven't, there are some diehards like Miss Picky and Luna and Al, these people that tweet about Brendan every single day relentlessly. Hats off. Wait a minute. I got a hat for us. I feel like we should, you guys should take a day off, right? Hats off to all of you that are doing that wonderful work of tweeting and pushing for wrongful convictions to be exposed, for justice to be set proper. I'm never leaving you guys, ever. It's just I'm not going to spend every waking minute dedicated to beating my head on the wall on a case when I know you guys got this, and I can work on other things, and I can come in when I feel divinely guided to give you guys a voice. Is there anything you guys want to share? Anna, you can't just do Mountain Dew for lunch, lovely. At least eat something solid for ya. She says, thank you for an awesome reading on Steve. And yes, noon is good. Okay. All right, my lovelies. Anything else? Well, with that, much light, much love. And if you didn't do the crime, then you sure the hell shouldn't be doing the time, right? Much love, much light. Namaste. See you at noon.